Listen, skip the store-bought syrups. This vanilla syrup is made with real vanilla beans and just a few simple ingredients. It's great for coffee, lattes, and more. Let me show you how easy it is to make. Let's get started. This recipe makes roughly 1.5 cups of excellent vanilla syrup. For step 1, we'll need 1 cup of water, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And if you feel like I'm going too fast, don't worry. The ingredients list can always be found in the video description. Begin by pouring your 1 cup of water into a small or medium saucepan. Next up, add in the 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. And finally, it's time to add in the 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Now let's add a little bit of heat. Set your stovetop on the medium heat setting. Grab a large spoon and mix the 3 ingredients together. We'll use the heat to bring the mixture to a low boil. And while the mixture is heating up, the sugar should dissolve into the water over time. And while we're waiting for the saucepan to come to a low boil, it's a great time to start preparing the most important ingredient, the vanilla beans. We always use 2 fresh vanilla beans. We sell them on our Lone Goose Bakery website, or you can buy them at your local grocery store. Once you have your vanilla beans, slice each one vertically, then scrape out the vanilla caviar, but don't throw away the pod. Now that we've finished preparing the vanilla beans, your saucepan should be starting to simmer. For me, it takes about 7 to 10 minutes for it to reach this temperature. Add the vanilla caviar to your saucepan. And remember how I said not to throw away the pods? You can add them to the saucepan as well. I found it adds even more vanilla flavor. Go ahead and stir the syrup mixture while we let it simmer for an additional 5 minutes. Once the 5 minutes is up, it should look something like this. The brown sugar gives the syrup a rich dark color, and your whole house should smell like natural vanilla. The next step is to turn off your stovetop and to remove your saucepan from heat. But we still have one final ingredient to add even more vanilla flavor. And that's 1 tablespoon of natural vanilla bean extract. Carefully add the tablespoon of vanilla extract to your syrup mixture. Then give it a quick stir to mix everything together. Then we're going to let the syrup sit for an additional 10 minutes. Remember, the stovetop is still turned off, but the syrup is hot enough to continue steeping the mixture for the 10-minute time period. And while the syrup is steeping, it's time for our quick goose fact. Did you know that geese migrate back home in the spring using landmarks, the stars, and even the Earth's magnetic field to guide them? Sounds like they have built-in GPS. And now back to the syrup. Once the 10-minute steeping time period is up, it's time to strain the syrup. If the large pieces don't bother you, you can skip this step, but I recommend removing at least the larger pieces of the pod. You can use a strainer like this one, or even a cheesecloth. Carefully pour the syrup mixture through the strainer. And you can see all the large pieces that it removed. Once we have the syrup strained, we're ready for the last step. The syrup is ready to use immediately, but you'll need to store whatever you don't use in an airtight container. I like to use these glass bottles, and you can buy them basically anywhere online. Carefully pour your delicious syrup into your airtight container. Then add your lid and it will stay fresh in the fridge for up to 2 to 3 weeks. I hope you enjoyed making this premium homemade vanilla syrup. And if you're ever short on time, just remember you can buy this exact syrup on our lonegoosebakery.com website. Don't forget, we only sell it in small batches, and I'll add the link down below. Now that we have this awesome bottle of vanilla syrup, we need something to put it in. You need to check out our popular brown sugar shaken espresso. See you there.